Just I play white from the person from Czech Republic.
Let me play with another opponent.
Okay, his ranking is good, 1.7, 1.7, so we can expect a nice game. C3,
I play with the
I
system
play knight
E5.
f3, knight e7,
Plays too early the knight e7.
and let's play a3.
So anyway, I play my Sveshnikov
and b4
system, so a3, b4. The idea of the system to attack the pawn c5 plus if I want to protect the pawn d4, now
bishop.
I can use bishop on b2.
B, okay, I move here, I attack
the
his
pawn and I move forward. It's actually
pawn,
not
or I attack his knight.
And because the knight can only move to b8. If the knight moves to a7,
he moves back, and now I have a chance to
on b8 is better.
Push him
However,
away.
on e7 it's not good because
now he needs to move to a6 or h6.
Play and the second knight will stuck in h6 and will be there forever. At least until the black.
And I have a chance for h3.
Castle.
Yeah, play h3. Now what I basically need is
his knight to g6, so I don't see any trouble so far. So
to prevent him attacking my f4.
Yeah, I need to prevent
like this.
The knight to jump to f4. Therefore, I return back my bishop to c1. At the same time, the opponent play a4, and actually it's not a big deal, not a serious situation. He will never win my
pay
pawn
for that
anyway, because
what he does is terrible, and he will definitely pay for that.
And also by the rook on b1, and if necessary by the queen. But unfortunately for black, I plan to place the pawn on a4. So for that
bishop.
I need to move my bishop to d2.
e2.
Meanwhile, the opponent needs to
and then
check castle, but he plays f6, and it's not danger for me, so I take the pawn.
And take the pawn.
Push the queen away. Now, if the queen returns to c7, I also play rook c1, so he will not be able to attack my pawn. And now he returned to d8. So no trouble for the pawn e5, so I can develop my bishop to d3 and attack the
so the next step would be d3.
So now if the opponent
because if he takes, I will take the knight and
immediately take his knight and
attack the pawn.
So my position of the knight is perfect. And I want to attack g6, so he needs to move his.
And he cannot take my pawn
as soon as possible. Oh yeah, king as soon as possible to castle. Now I can actually. Yeah, I want to take the pawn g6 because this makes a difference in the end game.
Okay, take.
I need to be very careful. I still cannot move my
I can take the bishop
because my pawn on a3 is in trouble. So probably
that would be a good idea.
The bishop. In any case, that black bishop would be a trouble later. Now I need to save my king. Maybe I want to take the knight, but knight is still
I can take that knight, but not now, later.
protected by the pawn, and the opponent doesn't have three
No,
pawns.
the opponent doesn't
So
like
he
it, of
takes
course,
the
but
knight, and I will
we'll
take the
see.
bishop. Oh,
The question
I
is
will take
when he is going
another pawn,
to surrender.
and also push the rook. So the opponent is thinking about the situation, what to do. I think the best would be take the knight and protect with the second rook to e7. He made a mistake, so I need to push him further because I don't want to have two rocks together. I want to split the rocks, and I
No,
will
I
be able
don't
to
want to let
protect.
him go.
So far my position was kind of unorganized because all my pieces are at different positions in the board. But now I finally move my second rook to protect the pawn, and my position is perfect. So now nothing can attack me. So I plan to move the rook to e5. Now the opponent decided to exchange queen. He expects to win the pawn, but in fact it doesn't work out because instead
Attack
of
this
attacking
pawn.
the pawn, I will take his pawn, and now he
Okay.
surrendered because
The opponent surrendered.
to protect his pawn, I have second rook to protect mine. And if he takes the pawn, it will be still the difference of 4 pawns. 4 against 1 is definitely bad for. In this game, the opponent played well, except he made several small mistakes, and actually they were not very serious, but every time small. However, it seems that every time he was one step behind, and I was always one step ahead of him. Every time he does something a little bit late, and this why I captured 1 point by another. He made correct moves, but every time he confused the order of these moves. For instance, he moved the second knight to e7, and his other knight on f5 didn't have a chance to step back. Or he moved the pawn on to e4, and he didn't try to take my pawn on b5. Instead, he lost his pawn on a4. And there are many. In the last one, his attack on my king with the queen. It seems that he had a chance to make make an attack, make the situation serious, because I had to protect my knight on a4, so I need to move it away. But he did it a little bit slow, and he could sacrifice the rook for the knight. That makes me put pressure on me, and distracted my queen. My queen should recapture, and then my queen would lose one move. However, he didn't do it, and this is why he never makes the position very uh, dangerous for me. Okay, anyway, I think it was a nice game, and I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye bye.